of the Avenue, I have found possibly one of the funniest shows ever. It's based off a manga that debuted in about 2018, and it's only in Japan. It's only 2 volumes in Japan. The best you can find for English is fan translations online, but I'm hoping they will release it in English at some point. When I was younger, I was a huge fan of BL, or as you may know it better as yaoi, but the actual term, especially in Japan, is BL. And for those of you who are all sweet and innocent, BL stands for boys love, which is exactly what it sounds like. And no, it is not like the graphic pornography that you are probably picturing at this moment. This ain't hentai. It's usually cute love stories, sometimes with a fantasy setting or yakuza, but it's usually office romance and high school first love. And it's exactly what the name says, boys in love. Now, at some point, I do want to make a whole other video talking about the problem with BL as a genre, because any fan will tell you that it is chock full of problematic behaviors, but that's a whole different topic entirely. Today we're just going to focus on the super fun and cute comedy of Zetai BL ni Naru Sekai versus Zetai BL ni Naritakunai Otoko. When literally translated, the title means a world that definitely becomes BL versus a man who definitely doesn't want to be in BL. And honestly, it's one of the most refreshing comedies I've seen or read in a long time. I absolutely love self-aware humor.
俺は気づいている。俺は漫画の世界の住人であることを。しかも、ただの漫画じゃない。いわゆる、ボーイズラブの住人だ。
The main character of Mob has realized that he lives in a world filled with main characters. All of these very beautiful boys that are living out their own BL stories. And he's just kind of average. And at the same time, he's absolutely determined to remain one of the mob. He doesn't want to become a main character. What makes it so funny is it spoofs all the cliches and ridiculous BL tropes, complete with boys swooning and fainting, silly love triangles, outrageous situations, and all of that flowery, sparkly goodness. Anyone who is a fan of the genre knows exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, that's fine, because Mob's fourth wall breaking ability will fill you in. Have you ever seen flowers spontaneously burst into bloom around somebody's head? Because that's something that happens in this universe. What's even funnier is that BL as a genre actually exists in this universe. So Mob uses it as a roadmap to know exactly what not to do and avoid putting him into situations that could end up with a BL story, which often leads to him sacrificing somebody else to the story. This is definitely a quirky and satirical manga. It is not meant to be taken seriously. And the live action kind of feels like a manga come to life. It's exaggerated and over the top in a way that just makes the comedy pure gold. Like, honestly, why is there a cat on the stairs in the middle of the university for somebody to trip over? But at the same time, it presents a world in Japanese culture that is perfectly at ease with LGBT. And I like that. It's kind of exactly what the world could be if people stop sticking their noses into other people's business. Even though Mob is frantic not to become the victim of a BL relationship, he has been shown to be supportive of those in a same-sex relationship, including his younger brother, going as far as to encourage and even offer advice. What I do wish is that we got a little more backstory with the many characters that are falling in love around Mob. We don't get to see their relationships or their stories. They're just meant to be the drama surrounding him, and they're kind of just flat as characters. There is an exception in the form of Mob's little brother, Ayoto, and his boyfriend, Tojo. We do get a smidge more backstory with them. Really, the live action probably would have translated better to an anime. But the lead in the live action is hilariously expressive and enthusiastic. Though I kind of hate the original character that they inserted into the universe for the live action. But the manga is a thing of beauty. Yeah, I wish we could have gotten a few more moments of true emotion, but it is a gag comic, so you know what? I'm happy with what we got.